Can you guys see me all right? I came on a little bit early. I'm supposed to start at 5. I'm going to start a little early just to give myself a little time here to get used to being on the camera and everything. See if I can get set up where I don't have a lot of glare on my glasses. So, okay. Let's start like this. My name's Robert. My YouTube channel is Guitar Journeys. I called it Guitar Journeys because I am on a journey from the time that I guess maybe from the time that I was a kid when I figured out that I really loved the way guitars looked. And I really loved the way they sounded. And I was a big music lover all my life. I mean, I started probably when I was about 10. Uh, I just couldn't get enough music, you know. Like when I was a kid, music was much more than what it is now, right? Everywhere you went, that's what people were doing, listening to music, going to concerts. A lot of stuff on TV was about music. So I'm really into music. And I'll wait until we get a few people in here before I go any further. But music is my thing, man. When I got to be like, probably in my mid-20s or so, I started putting together a home stereo. Oh, you can see my amplifier up there. Yeah, I'd buy one amplifier and I'd play it for a while and I'd say, oh, I need a bigger amplifier. So I finally got that one back there. That's a big amplifier. It's puts out 500 watts per speaker. So that's big. It's I have 400, I believe they're 400 watt speakers. And then the amplifier puts out 500 watts per channel. So 500 watts per speaker. And I've had it for a very long time. I've had it since I was in my 20s. Hey, we got some people coming on here. All right. Hi, guys. How y'all doing? What's that? Breezy. How's that? Breezy Michael? Well, it's good to see you guys. Do you remember me? No. How's my day been? My day's been really good. Yeah, I've just been chilling out. But I don't remember, I don't really remember you, but hey, let's get to know each other, you know what I mean? So, I think it's been about 2 days ago. No, it was on Monday. What is today? Friday. Kind of lost track of days. So, anyways, Monday, I had a new roof put on the house. And we had about 6 guys up here banging around on the roof. And I got out there and helped them mainly because I didn't want to have a bunch of nails in my driveway. And all over, I have rocks, landscaping rocks all around the house. So when those little nails get in those rocks, they're going to be really hard to find. So I went around with a little magnet picking up nails all day. What does the sign say behind you? Oh, this one says electric guitars. It was something I picked up at Harbor Freight. I have guitar stuff all over the house, literally everywhere. Do you see? Let me show you this over here. Do you see the Fender clock? My wife got me that for Christmas one year. And it's a very beautiful clock, only I took it apart to clean it. Let's see if I can get it plugged in. I don't have a plug. I'll tell you what. Well, maybe. Hang on, guys. I got an extension cord over here. Give me a second. We'll get her plugged in for you. But I took it apart because it got dirty from a humidifier. I was running a humidifier down, my room down here is in the basement, and I was running a humidifier to keep my acoustic guitars the perfect humidity for acoustic guitars. And it got dirty inside here. There you see it. Beautiful. But it got dirty inside there, the glass. So I took it apart to clean the glass. And then when I put it back together, I didn't get the arms in there quite right. So it hangs up on the arms. And I need to take it apart again and try to get the arms lined up better. Okay. Do you guys see this right here? Any guitar people? This is what they call an 11 rack. And it is a amplifier simulator. So there's like a million different sounds that you can get out of that thing. So you could get like sounds from a big amp, a small amp, really super old amp, a tube amp, and there's all kinds of settings on there for like different gain, different, like a reverb or a slap back. There's just 1,000 things on there that I don't use it too much because it's actually more work than what I want to do. I like to just plug my guitar into my pedals, and I usually just mainly use like the blues driver and maybe the distortion. So let's see, let's see what you guys are saying here. Cool, man. Yeah, take a look around. I have a lot of, let me see, where do I have? Let's see what else I have. Hang on a minute. I'll be right back. I have this little guitar thing that my mom and my sister got it for me for Christmas about 3 years ago, I think. It lights up. I don't have the deal that you plug in to make it light up right now, but it does light up. So, me being up in my 60s now, I have to have my afternoon cup of coffee. If I don't have my afternoon cup of coffee, I'm going to have a big crash. That's pretty hot, man. All right. What's something we could talk about? I have one as a fish. Are you talking about a clock? Or are you talking about the little guitar deal? All right, guys, so what do you want me to... What was your favorite band? What was my favorite band? I had a feeling that someone was going to ask me that. You know, it's really hard to say who is your favorite. I can tell you who was my favorite as I was thinking about this earlier, because I knew someone was going to ask me that question. When I first started liking music, I remember I was I'm thinking like around 10 or 11. I heard Sweet Home Alabama. And that kind of done it for me, right? I loved that song, and then I started listening to Lynyrd Skynyrd, and yeah, Lynyrd Skynyrd was like the first group that I really started digging, and then after that, it was ZZ Top. So, I still think that Lynyrd Skynyrd is probably one of my favorites. It's hard to say a favorite because there's so many good ones. But thanks for the question. That's a very good question. If you don't mind me asking, what is your favorite? Top three if it's easier. Okay. So Leonard Skinner, ZZ Top, and the other one I liked when I was younger was uh, Dr. Hook. They were a good one. When I got a little older, when I started running around doing my partying, I was real big into Ozzy. I couldn't get enough Ozzy. I couldn't get it. I couldn't get enough, and I couldn't get it loud enough. Let's see. All right, the Eagles, Fleetwood Mac. Yeah. Uh, yeah, man, I loved all that music. I have, back before we started having everything on our phone, right? I have probably a couple of hundred CDs, and I don't even get hardly any of them out anymore. I think I might have a couple around here. Well, hang on. Oh yeah, I got a few of them. I got a few out here. This right here is my. I use this for my CD player. It's an old DVD, JVC DVD player. And a buddy of mine gave me this old Pioneer. I'm telling you what, man, that old Pioneer, that thing really sounds great. But yeah, I mean, here's some Molly Hatchet. I went and seen them one time in Wichita when I was probably like around 18 or so. Some Stevie Ray Vaughan. I have a record player, but it has Bluetooth. Oh, that's cool. That's way cool. Dire Straits. Can't live without some Dire Straits, right? Money for Nothing. Little Queen. Some AC/DC. Oh, there's the Dr. Hook I was telling you about. Yeah, man. I definitely did the party scene and the music scene, and this was another one of my favorite when I was stoned out of my mind. Blue Oyster Cult, Steve Miller Band, Bachman Turner Overdrive. That kind of gives you an idea of what kind of music I listen to. I do want to say, now you got me going. You got me going on this music stuff. So I was really into rock and roll. Got a little into heavy metal, but not too much into heavy. And I got to where, so this was back in my drinking days. I was still drinking. And my hobby, this is before I started playing the guitar, my hobby was to buy a music DVD and get a 12-pack of Heinekens and watch that music DVD, the stereo system that I have, and get drunk. And that was my hobby. I love doing it, man. Like Friday, Saturday nights, that's what I did. So one time I went to Hastings. I don't know, does anybody remember Hastings Music Shop? So I stopped in there to get me a DVD, and there was a Eric Clapton DVD, Crossroads. I'll get it next time. We're gonna do this like probably every Friday for a while. I'll have some of those DVDs ready next time. But this was changed my life, this DVD. It has all genres of guitar players, but they were mainly playing blues music. So it was like Jimmy Vaughan, Stevie Ray Vaughan's brother, Buddy Guy, Eric Clapton, and just on and on and on, man, of good blues players. And it kind of changed the way that I was listening to music. I said, wow, man, I really dig that. all those nice guitar solos, and just the style of the music. I really liked it. So I started listening to blues music. So when I decided to, sorry about that, when I decided to start playing the guitar, I looked for a guy that was giving lessons in the blues style. And so that's kind of where I've been for like most of my guitar life, which is 15 years. I've been mainly studying like blues music and playing blues. It's an easy music to play, and it leaves a lot of room for soloing. It's honestly just like putting on a jam track and then just playing solos over the whole song. Let's see if I can read. I have recorded an electric light orchestra. Yeah. So where are you from, Ray? What state, what city are you from? From Florida. Wow, that's cool. Right on, man. Um, so, I don't know if you are subscribed to my channel or not. Uh, I'm hoping that you are. But I have a bunch of videos out, and it's so interesting. I go and I look at where these people are from, and sometimes I have people in like Germany. I get a lot from Canada, Australia, and some that are in like Thailand, and it just blows my mind. I'm like, wow, people literally all over the world are watching me. How crazy is that? You would never think, or I would never think, that I could pull out my phone and record myself playing the guitar or talking, and that people all around the world would be watching me and then sending me comments. So, very cool, man. Technology is really good when it works good, you know? So, Ray, do you play the guitar? Music brings people together. Yeah, you know that. I don't know if I have one of my business cards down here. Ah, I should have the whole box somewhere. Let me look just for a minute, okay? Hang on. Where did I put that? Tell you what, guys, I'm not very organized. I have a box of cards that I had made up, and they're around here somewhere, but I don't remember where I put them. Anyways, the reason why I wanted to show you my card is that on my card it says music is medicine. When I first started playing the guitar, when I got to the point where I could actually play music, and I knew that that's what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. I decided that I set a goal for myself to put together a show that I could go to nursing homes and put on a show for people. Let me back up just a little bit. Before I started playing the guitar, well, kind of, no, I was doing it at the same time. I'm sorry. I was doing it at the same time, but I had my own business. I was cleaning out drains, like your kitchen drain, your bathroom drain, shower, sewer. So I had about 3, maybe 4 nursing homes that I went to. And I seen a couple of people in there playing for the residents. And I got the idea that I wanted to do that. So I set a goal for myself to put together a show so that I could go and perform. And I reached that goal about a little over a year ago. I put together a show that I play with the music. I don't know if you've seen any of my videos, but I run it through an app. It's called Moises. And then I take out the guitar part and I fill in the guitar part. And I don't sing. I mean, sometimes I do sing along with the music. It's kind of like when you're driving in the car or when you're, just jamming out and you're singing along with the music. So I do that, but I mainly just play the guitar. And yeah, man, I mean, I did accomplish my goal. I go out, I put on, so far I've done 40, I believe 40 shows so far. So I've got 3 scheduled right now, one for next week, one in May, and then I'll probably do one in the middle somewhere. I like to do about one a month. And then I like to spend the rest of my time just practicing and studying. I have courses. Hang on just a sec. This is a couple of the courses that I have. I mean, I have about probably 10 or more. Let's see here. This one is called Building a Better Blues Solo. And that's funny. When I looked at that real quick, I said, hey, no pictures. But so when I first started learning how to play the guitar, I started learning how to read tabs. It's kind of like reading music, only instead of having the notes, you have the numbers. It's just, it's music made for guitar players. Excuse me. This one here is How to Solo Like Stevie Ray Vaughan. And I like to practice all this stuff. So I practice these courses. Right now I'm doing, I started the course on the cage system. I started that a few years ago, and I just learned the basics of it. I didn't really dig into it, and get it. I need to learn and practice more. Okay, I have a bad habit of doing that. I get a course and I'll learn like the basics of the course, and then I'll jump to another course. But so I go back, and it's nice to have these books because you can always just go back. And I have one that's, I don't think I have it down here, but it's called Guitar Theory Made Easy. Now, I did go all the way through that course, but it's kind of like stuff that you would learn in school, and then like a year or two later, you forget it. So you have to go back every once in a while and kind of go through it again. But I think, and let me say this, I have a real bad habit of sticking my foot in my mouth and offending people. I don't do that on purpose. It's just me. I just talk like, I don't have a switch that slows me down or shuts me off. I just talk. But I kind of look at it like this. If you're going to play an instrument, right? I'll just say this. It's better if you know a little bit about reading some kind of music, or if you have some music theory knowledge, right? It all goes together better. And honestly, it all makes it make more sense in your brain, if you know what I mean. Have a great weekend, everyone. I'm going to go eat burrito. Hey, man, have a good burrito, brother. Tune in next Friday, okay? The same time next Friday. We'll have another chat. I'll have I'll have some of my music DVDs out here I can show you. and have fun in Miami, man. So, anyways, Ray went to go eat a burrito. That's funny because I had a taco earlier. um, Anybody else on here would like to ask me a question or say something? You go ahead. If not, I'll just rattle on about something. Um, oh, you see my coffee cup? I'm all about guitars. You see my hat? It's a Fender hat. I need to get some more guitar shirts. That is definitely true. So anybody that is on here, tell me like where you're from and what the weather's like. I'd like to hear something about where you're from and what you're up to. I'll show you guys some more of my CDs. This CD here I actually bought from my wife. This is the only CD that I know of that Stevie Ray Vaughan and his brother Jimmy made together. Here's a picture of them when they were kids. You guys can see that. It's actually a really good CD. There's some more Stevie. Okay. Got Santana. I don't play any Santana music. I think it's going to be a few years yet before I can play anything that I want it to be. When I do play music, I like it to be as close to the original, but I put my own spin on it. But I don't think I figured out how to do a Santana. Some more Stevie, some Ozzy. Stevie Ray Vaughan is a big influence on my playing methods, my playing style. The stuff that I play for the nursing homes isn't the same kind of stuff that I play like in my guitar room. When I am down here in my guitar room and I got the music playing and I'm using my Stratocaster, I play different. I play different than what I play for the nursing home people. I don't know if they'd really dig what I'm. This is my Stratocaster, and I've taken this thing apart about 3 times. The last time I took it apart, I said, this is going to be the last time I take this thing apart. So I redone the whole thing, man. I ran I put in new switches, volume and tone knobs, and I put these black caps on here, and I resoldered everything. I rewired everything with new wires. But the switches got, the original switches got so bad that the guitar was unplayable. Whenever you went to try to turn it up or down, it would either just shut off or just give a great big buzz sound or go real loud. And that happened a couple of times, and I said, no, I can't have it like that. That's crazy. So I'm not suggesting that anyone takes their guitar apart unless you're kind of handy at doing things. I've always been really handy, especially with like electronic kind of stuff. I'm not a high-tech person, but I'm going to give you a little example. This is a very old Pioneer stereo. It's definitely from the early 70s. There's no hookups in the back to hook up an amplifier. But I always say, if you can think it, it's out there. So I started doing a little research, and sure enough, I found an adapter that I could connect to this old stereo that will let me run cables to my amplifier. So that's where my talent is, my gift, when it comes to like electronics. Um, I figured out a few things about my guitar amplifier. It's right over here. And you guys can see that. Yeah, you see it down there. Oh, I hope my phone don't fall off of there. I wanted a loud amplifier, and I wanted one that was a tube amp, and I wanted one that didn't cost $2,000 or $3,000. So that right there is a very good amplifier. It's a Fender, I believe it. Oh, Fender Deluxe. But it's a 2-channel amp. It's tube amp. It's 100 watt. It definitely gets louder than I want to hear it. I mean, it's setting pretty close to me. Okay. So, here's the thing, guys, about I don't expect to have a lot of people, just like my first show especially. I'm actually very impressed that I at least had one person that was sending me questions and I was communicating with. But I'm going to do this. I think what I'm going to do is Fridays and maybe Wednesdays. I have to figure out what time is good for everybody. And so it's going to take a little while to figure out, like, do people want to do it in the evening? Do they want to do it on the weekends? Do you want to do it? I can even do a morning one. But as soon as I find my niche, as they say, to like when the people that are subscribed to my channel, when is the best time for you guys? I'll make that work, I'll definitely come on live as long as it ain't in the middle of the night. I mean, I don't want to do that. When I had my drain business, I used to have to go out in the middle of the night. I did not like that. When I first started, about the first 5 or 6 years, I took any call I had. I don't care what time of the day. I don't care what the situation was. I mean, I did the nastiest jobs. The jobs that people didn't want to do, I'd do them. But then I flipped it around. After about 5 or 6 years, I had enough business. I'd just, if it was something that was horrible, I'm talking like I was working in sewer. If it was horrible, I'd just send it to another company. I'd say, no, I don't have time to do that. Kind of lost what I was talking about. But anyways, I don't expect to have a lot of people right at first, but I am going to do this for quite a few years. So I'm in my 60s. I look at people that are in their even their early 90s. Some of them are in pretty good shape. Keep in mind, I go to these nursing homes and play my guitar. So, most of the people in there, they're physically in pretty good shape, but mentally they're not. And even just like you look at some of the movie stars, look at Madonna, look at Cher, right? Oh, how old are they now? Like almost 80, and they're still out dancing and singing. So I think I'll be able to do the guitar stuff till probably, I'm thinking at least till my mid 80s. So 60, 70, 80, maybe about 20 years. Um, yeah, but I'm thinking maybe in a few months of me doing this, a couple of hours a week, I should have, we should get quite a few people coming on here and asking questions. So I just had this cup of coffee, man. This coffee got me energized. What I can do, and I'll be a little bit better prepared next time, but I can show you some of my equipment. I mean, I know I did this time. I showed you my 11 rack and my amplifier and my, this is a stereo receiver. But I have pedals down here. I have, it's a power supply for your pedals. I just got that not too long ago. I have a lot of different courses that I could even show you some of the stuff that's in the courses. I don't want to be showing a bunch of people stuff they don't want to look at. I also want to mention too, like, I want this to be kind of like a safe zone. If just a place where you can come on and you can communicate with me, you could communicate with other people. I will figure out how we could do that later. If we can maybe, or I could read the question and we can all have a conversation. But like I said, and I don't know, maybe I didn't say this, I'll say it again. When I start talking about music, and especially like guitars, I start getting hyper. My adrenaline starts going crazy, and I start talking all kinds of stuff about guitars and amplifiers, and well, you seen me doing it earlier, right? And then people don't get it. You know, they don't get like why I get so excited about music and stuff like that. And I figure that if there's a lot of people out there in the world that feel the same way I do, well, then get in here and we'll get some of that energy out. I feel like sometimes I have so much energy, I'm going to explode. There's nobody to talk about guitars. When I lived in Colorado, there were a lot of people. A lot of people, if you went to like Guitar Center, and there was probably 3 or 4 music shops, just real close to where we lived. So you could definitely find some people in there that are willing to talk about guitars, and you guys can swap licks, you know. And for you that aren't people that aren't guitar players, when I say swapping licks, I don't mean like that. You guitar players, you know what I'm talking about. But you know, we can do that here. I can show you guys some little licks and tricks and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it's mainly just going to be where somebody needs a place to go to spend a little time and maybe ask a question, or maybe you wanted some advice on some equipment. I have a lot of different equipment. Uh, yeah, I don't have like a lot of these guys that are on YouTube. You see them, they have 100 guitars. I don't have that. But I do have a few things that I can show you guys. I'll show you something. I'll show you something right now. These, all right. I might have to do a review on these things. Okay, these are page turners. Okay, this brand here is Mookie. I believe is how you pronounce it. I'll put it up here. I'll put the name up there so you can see it. Can you see it? Mookie. All right. That was the first one that I bought. I don't know how much this thing was. Thinking it was under 100. But all of a sudden, one day it quit working. Oh, let me tell you what it does. If you have sheet music up on your iPad or even your phone, this will turn the page. You can either have it going this way, back and forth, or up and down. So that's what that does. One day, out of the blue, it quit working. And I'm not for sure why, but it did. And then a couple of years later, after I bought a new one, I got it out and I charged it up because I was going to toss it out. And I said, well, let me charge it up and see if maybe it might work. And guess what? It did work. But here's the other one I bought. This one's a little bit more. I'm thinking I'd have to look these up to give you, exact price on how much. But I think it was just a little over 100. That one's a little under, and this one was just a little over. Can you see it? I think it's Duo, pronounced Duo. These actually come off of here, but it does the same thing. It flips the pages. A lot of times what I used to do is I would Google like a certain song, and then the tabs would come up, and then I'd take screenshots of the tabs, and then so I'd have it on my one of my tablets, and then I'd sit there and I'd play it and flip the pages. But that's really hard actually to try to keep up with the music and then turn the pages at the same time. It takes a lot of your brain power out of your playing. All right, let's see. What's okay? 40 minutes. That's cool, man. I'm gonna do an hour. So let's do a little bit. Let's do a little bit on the guitar. Let's have some fun while we're down here. Let me get this thing fired up. I'm going to fire up my guitar for a minute. We'll see what we can play around with. Whoa, easy now. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, I gotta plug that pedal. Hang on. Okay. We don't want that on or that on. All right. Let's see what we can play around with here. We're going to give it a little distortion here. Whoa, easy now. Easy, guys. Easy. I got to get comfortable here. I usually put my leg up like that so I can mess around. Let's see what we got here. I'll turn a little bit of that distortion out of there. All right. Yeah, that took a little while to learn that. I still don't have it all the way down. But Star Spangled Banner, Jimi Hendrix style. Should be really good when I get it finished. That's how you do it. That's how you have fun, man. All right. Oh, I know what I was going to play around with for a little bit. I was going to play around with this slide. I've been working on the Freebird. I'd have to look at the chords to play the solo, so I don't have it memorized. But anyways, yeah. That's another thing that you can do on the guitar is play with the slide. That's a... Sorry about that, guys. That is a ceramic slide. This is a glass slide that's actually way too big for my finger. Blues bottle. Okay. That's how you use the slide, y'all. I have never tried a metal slide. I have a buddy that has a metal slide, and I don't like the sound that it puts out. But if I ever get a chance to get one, I probably would. Huh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, those are little toys that I have around. All right, guys, I think we're going to call this good for the first show. I'm pretty happy with it. And we will see what happens in a few months. But thanks for checking me out. Thanks for tuning in. And thanks for supporting my channel. Like I said earlier, I go around and I put on shows at nursing homes. And I'm hoping that if I get enough subscribers and enough people watching me, that I could get a little something. I'm not looking to get rich, but if I got a little something to help me with gas money, maybe I could go further, than where I'm at right now. I'd like to get into some, well, honestly, I just like to travel around and go to nursing homes all around the country. That's what I'd like to do. But it takes a little money to do that. Gas, food, hotel, all that good stuff. But thanks for supporting me. Thanks for watching me. I'm Robert. This is Guitar Journeys. Like always, I'm out. Thank you.